The Turin Shroud, a centuries-old relic believed by millions to bear the image and blood of Jesus Christ. But is it authentic? Or is it a medieval masterpiece? For years, scientists, skeptics, and believers have debated its origin. But now, new scientific evidence might finally solve the mystery, especially the mystery of the blood. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. Now let's explore Turin Shroud Blood, Ancient Mystery Solved? The Shroud of Turin is a 14-foot-long linen cloth with the faint image of a man imprinted on it. It's kept in the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist in Turin, Italy. For many, it's believed to be the actual burial shroud of Jesus Christ. It has been revered, studied, dismissed, and rediscovered in new light countless times throughout the centuries. Each generation brings its own set of questions, its own angles of analysis, and its own conclusions, some skeptical, some filled with faith. What makes the shroud so mysterious? The image appears to show a man who has been crucified. Bloodstains are visible on the hands, feet, head, and side, matching the biblical account of Jesus' crucifixion. And while many artifacts exist that claim links to religious history, very few contain the type of visual, emotional, and forensic puzzle that the shroud does. The image is not drawn. It's not painted. It's not burned. It's not stained in any way that our modern technology can fully explain. Despite years of examination, replication attempts, and testing, no one has successfully recreated the image using tools that would have been available in the Middle Ages. And that alone has baffled experts. So throughout history, people have questioned whether the shroud is genuine or a clever fake. Some believe it was made in the Middle Ages. Others argue it's a sacred relic from the 1st century. And even among scientists, opinions differ widely. Some claim fraud. Others call it the world's greatest unsolved scientific enigma. And at the center of all this are the mysterious bloodstains. What kind of blood is it? Is it real? Could it really be nearly 2,000 years old? These questions have long haunted historians, theologians, and forensic scientists. For decades, scientists have tried to analyze the shroud using the tools of their time. In 1988, carbon dating suggested the cloth was from the Middle Ages, somewhere between 1260 and 1390 AD. This caused many to believe it was a forgery. It seemed like the mystery had been solved, until deeper questions emerged. Critics of the carbon dating claim that the sample used came from a part of the cloth that had been repaired in the Middle Ages, not the original linen. In fact, textile experts have pointed out inconsistencies in the weave and fiber of the tested sample, suggesting contamination from modern repairs or even medieval patchwork. Since then, science has advanced dramatically. Today, researchers are using next-level tools to analyze ancient materials, especially blood. Techniques now include DNA analysis to identify the genetic material present. This allows scientists to determine not only if blood is human, but potentially the ethnic background of the individual. Spectral imaging reveals hidden layers and substances without damaging the artifact, showing details the naked eye, or even conventional photography, cannot see. High-performance liquid chromatography allows researchers to study the blood's components, like hemoglobin, bilirubin, and proteins, to determine their breakdown and age. An advanced microscopy gives us the power to observe particles on a microscopic level with unprecedented clarity. Now, new research is offering astonishing results. So, what did scientists discover? First, yes, the blood is real human blood. Researchers confirmed that the stains on the shroud contain hemoglobin, albumin, and other blood components. Even more surprising, they found bilirubin, a substance produced in the body during intense physical trauma. The presence of high levels of bilirubin has significant implications. It suggests that the person whose blood is on the shroud experienced severe stress or pain shortly before death. This supports the idea of a violent death, one that aligns with the account of crucifixion. Second, DNA analysis revealed something else fascinating. The blood seems to come from multiple ethnic groups. There were markers from people of Middle Eastern origin, but also from India and Europe. How is this possible? Well, one theory is that the shroud may have been handled by many people from various regions over the centuries. Pilgrims, caretakers, and worshippers might have inadvertently transferred traces of their own DNA to the cloth. But when scientists filtered out potential modern contamination, they found that the original blood, especially the samples taken from older, less handled parts of the cloth, still pointed toward a Middle Eastern origin. This supports the theory that the man in the image, or at least the bloodstains associated with the image, came from that region. Spectral analysis also revealed that the bloodstains were placed on the cloth before the image appeared. This suggests the image formed around the blood, not the other way around, meaning the blood is not part of a painted forgery. This is a crucial detail. It eliminates the idea that the image and blood were applied together by an artist trying to create a convincing religious relic. And here's a shocker. Newer imaging tech showed that the blood was not smeared or brushed. The droplets are consistent with a live body, not a statue or corpse painted with fake blood. The blood patterns match real flow caused by gravity, another point supporting authenticity. In other words, the blood flow suggests a three-dimensional interaction with the cloth, like a body wrapped in it, rather than an artistic rendering. So, what does all of this mean? It means science is showing more and more signs that the blood is real, ancient, and possibly connected to a man who died in a violent crucifixion-style death. These findings don't conclusively prove it's the burial cloth of Jesus, but they seriously challenge the idea of it being a medieval fake. And the implications go further. If the blood is ancient, from the Middle East, and deposited in ways that are anatomically and physically consistent with crucifixion, what are the odds that this is not Jesus of Nazareth? Is it proof the shroud wrapped Jesus? Maybe not yet. But it's not proof of a medieval hoax, either. In fact, with each discovery, the hoax theory becomes harder to defend. Despite all this new evidence, the shroud still remains a mystery. No one can say with 100% certainty who the man in the image is. No one can definitively say how the image was formed. Attempts to replicate the image using modern lasers, radiation, and other techniques have failed to capture its full complexity. And that's part of what keeps people fascinated. It invites exploration from every field: science, history, art, theology, forensic pathology, and more. It's the intersection of mystery and meaning. To some, the shroud is sacred, a physical link to Christ himself. To others, it's a remarkable mystery of history, science, and art. Regardless of belief, it captivates the imagination and challenges our understanding of what's possible. But one thing's clear: the blood on the shroud is real. It shows signs of trauma. It appears to be ancient. And the way it's imprinted tells us this wasn't faked by some medieval painter with red ink. The more science advances, the more we see that the shroud is not just a curiosity, it's a testimony to the limits of human understanding. As science continues to evolve, maybe one day we'll have an answer. Maybe we'll discover how the image was formed, who the man was, and how this cloth survived centuries with such intact detail. Or maybe, the mystery is part of the message. What do you believe? Is the shroud real? Could this be the actual burial cloth of Jesus? Or is it an elaborate ancient mystery that we may never fully understand? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations of history's greatest enigmas. Until next time, stay curious. Thanks for watching.